Well, I think the hero business in the My Hero Academia is officially going down a little bit more in the cynical pathway. And in case you're wondering why my shirt looks like this and all that, let's just say I like to drink water that way, okay? It's pretty hot out there. Okay, now that we gotten that out of the way, what I meant to say is I don't really know what to say about this chapter. It had a cynicism to it, although I don't know if that was intentional or if I'm just misunderstanding it. But what I do feel like is the heroes of Boku no Hero Academia have greatly changed. Those that upheld great justice, those that upheld great, smiles and all that stuff, they seem to become less and less. As Hawk's personality is a little bit more clear, although not exactly for me. He appears to be like Endeavor, although unlike Endeavor who only cared about popularity, he seems to be more like a guy who only goes with the flow. Makes me wonder exactly why a guy like that became a hero, although I think the reason must be because he was simply good at it. As we see the another ranking, this is the Angry Me fan that is the reviewer. As the announcer talks about all these heroes are meant to be the pillars of the world, each and every hero gets to say a statement. Ryuko at first says she regrets to be in the ranking because she feels that she did not have life she could save. Then the washer just says wash. Kamiya Woods says that in the part of Edgeshot's team he will not bring shame to his senpais. The loud guy just says that he's gonna make sure uh, take away the waves in the heart. The sexy bunny girl that was Mirko, yes, cockily says she warns all the big guys that she's gonna be pummeled by her. Edgeshot, no, not, wait a minute, I need to. Yeah, no, it was Edgeshot. Edgeshot says that he doesn't concern to me because he's now gonna come away to create peace. But then suddenly Hawks butt in and says, "Who cares about any of that?" As he begins to say that the number of the ranking of he begins to take about approval ratings because apparently Best Genius would have been the first because he had increases in everything, and Edgeshot would have been third, while Hawks would have been second, and Endeavor would have been fourth. Mm. So it seems that Hawks guy talks about ranking doesn't matter if approval happens. As he begins to hold a big talk about saying, is this the time to be clinging to the past? Is it okay to uphold the status quo? We'll no longer have a symbol. Why are people who can't even earn a higher ranking than me being so tame and subdued on the day they supposedly deem a turning point? Please be more like real heroes. It's that's exactly what I mean. That I cannot really tell exactly what is going on in that man's eyes. In the beginning, it also seems like he doesn't really care about heroism, but he also seems to be a bit cynicism about them, but also says they need to be real heroes. It's even revealed later in this chapter that he was not even a fan of All Might, meaning he did not exactly appreciate All Might's bombastic thing. Either way, he was a child prodigy because apparently Hawks is only 22 years old. He started his hero office immediately after graduating, or if he now did, at age 18, and has already become top 10 in a lot not so long after other. So he's the youngest and the quickest of all the thing, and people call him the precursors man. However, Rocklock and Fat Gum just calls him arrogant. As he says that, he gives the mic to Endeavor and taunts him a little bit. So Endeavor just think about the time he talks to All Might, and since so he just says, "There's not much to say. Just watch me." With that, Endeavor also begins to talk to Hawks about saying all the things that he dares to say. It apparently was just testing him. So it's during this moment that Hawks revealed he was never a fan of All Might, and he never once tried to be like him. However, he was still really shocked by his retirement, and All Might was basically the leader of the heroes, even though he wasn't exactly that much of a leader. So he apparently tested Endeavor to be cool. However, again, it's not exactly known what kind of character Hawks is. Is he an arrogant, cynical man, or a guy who actually believes in true heroism, just not the flashy kind? You know, you can only save a person that will willing to help himself. It's during this time Hawks revealed that the real reason he wanted to talk to Endeavor is for a team up, because apparently the Normals are beginning to stir up trouble again. Well, this is the pro-hero arc, as we are getting back to a place that appears to be a kindergarten place, because we see some pretty pictures that looks like kindergarten things. We can only assume that it's Tomero who appears, as he begins to says that he will be accepting results high end, who appears to be a normal, and he is talking, albeit barely. So a much more evolved Numo has appeared. But that makes me a bit questionable. And now a question. Didn't All for One only have the capabilities of creating a Nomo? Or did he really pass on his quirk to Tomura somehow? Or is this Nomo created a different way? I mean, we only see it from the shadow. It appears to be naked, although I think it has pants at least. It has long neck. It seems to have muscles that are tiered up. So yeah, the Nomos are back in the action, and this one seems to be sentient. And it's called High Endo. So what is happening? I have no idea. This seems to be the start of pro-hero activity, and we are beginning to jump back into despair. All in all, I don't really know what to say about this chapter. There was some heaviness in this one, and I cannot exactly be sure what I can tell about Hawks. He's a strange guy. You give me a false